everybody, this is Ginger and Ginger's Rant Show. Some of you may be busy because today is Indigenous Peoples Day. Hey Dorothy! Hi! Long time no see. I know it's been over a week. So, as you can see, this is my new apartment. I'll be doing a filming it and everything later on. Yeah, I'm very happy I moved. It's much safer here, much quieter. I love my neighbors. Many of them were elderly and much little older than I am, but hey, that's okay. They lowered the age for the senior apartments down now to 62. You have to be 62 and above. It used to be 65, but not anymore. They made it 62. So, because a lot of people retire at 62. Depending on how early they started working and everything. So, welcome to Ginger's Rant Show, and this is basically almost my first edition here in my new apartment. I'm up on the third floor. There's an apartment complex this side, and on that side over there is a Baptist church. Those guys are really quiet, so everything's fine. The cats have settled down. They're not pushing to go outside anymore. I think what it is they were kind of anxious and upset of what's going on over the old place, and I basically told my manager when I passed the key back to him, I said, it's all cleaned, all set to go, everything's forwarded, bye, and he was trying to rattle me, keyword, trying to rattle me. He says, well, with all this mess here that's been left behind, I'm going to make you pay for it. And I go, not a chance. I said, it's a common area, and by state law, you can't make us clean it. You have to clean it. It's a common area. So he didn't want to believe me. I said, well, go look it up. Go look up the Landlords and Tenants Association on state laws. So he didn't like being schooled. Anyway, it's been a wild weekend. I'm sorry about this last week, because I might have been trying to get out. I was trying to use my laptop to do my rant, and my camera on my laptop was not, built-in camera inside my laptop wasn't working properly. And so I said, screw it, let me see if this works over here. This plug-in over here for the internet is live, okay. Well, over the weekend, yesterday I had an Xfinity tech come in. He did some checking, and he replaced the one-end wiring over here in the junction box for internet and TV. He fixed that. He replaced that wiring. He put a new splice in. And then he activated this one in here in my bedroom, activated the one in my second bedroom, which is behind me. That's going to be my office. And so I'm moving in there. Once I get my desk and everything in, things will be rearranged. So I won't be in the living room per se right now. As you can see, I'm still sorting stuff and figure out what stuff to throw, what stuff to keep, and that type of thing. So it's a process, and I'm trying to keep my back. Hey, John. Yes, the apartment here is two-bedroom apartment. It's 750 square feet compared to 450 square feet in my old place. My old place was a studio. You should have seen the boxes in there. But I will post some pictures once I get everything completed and settled down. So anyway, it was been smoky over the weekend because of some of the brush fires that broke out. Some parts air quality's not that good, other parts is much better. Here it's much better. We had a real strong onshore push and it came through here, and so things got kind of cold, which is fine. You know, it's great. Yeah, I really like it. The cats are happier. Loki is sleeping under the desk here. He's sound asleep. He's a good boy. Sterno sleeps in my bedroom. It's his favorite spot. I'll be getting my new bed frame tomorrow. My daughter's picking me up, and we're going to go up to Fife to pick up my new bed frame. Foothill Family Furniture, which sells, they've got beautiful items, beautiful things there, you know, for furniture and decorations and like that. They're doing well. Well, they're down to 2 trucks, and one of the trucks they normally use for local deliveries around here in Lakewood broke down. So they're down to 2 trucks. And I said, no, we'll just go out and pick it up at the warehouse. And they go, oh, okay, great, thank you. So it saves them a headache. I bought furniture from them before. I got my mattress from them. And I'm looking at desks. I'll be looking at desks and maybe a chase lounge or a sofa or something like that. So I'm looking at sometimes that for here in the living room, and the sofa will be right there. Which is, you know, great. Anyway, on to the news. Of course, it's been a wild weekend for some and not so much for others. As usual, DeSantis and he who shall not be named, you know who he is. Oh, crap, Linda, is he okay? Hope he's not hurt. It's easy to hydroplane when you have a lot of standing water. We have one spot here, Linda, on I-5. If you go southbound, if you go down I-5, right underneath the bridge here, when you, it's on the Bridgeport Bridge, overpass, right in that section there, there's a well, there's a dip. So when we have heavy rains, which we do occasionally, you know, when we get like an atmospheric river, water piles up down there. And people can't see it because it's so dark when you go down underneath there, especially when in the evening you don't see the water. And you hit it, and boy, it takes the control away from your car. So I hope he's okay. So I hope he's all right. So anyway, with Trump, he who shall not be named, I'd rather he be nameless and call him he who shall not be named. Mm. I dislike the guy. He's gotten worse and worse and worse. And for the life of me, like the enablers, some of his family members, why don't they call the mental hospital and put him in a padded cell? You know, he's got so many legal problems now, especially big major ones. You know, landlord could do better. He could do natural stuff. You don't put down mice traps and poison, because what if their landlord had kids? There's kids running around, okay, or pets. You do it naturally. Here in Lakewood Meadows, they don't do that. They use natural products because many of us here have pets, have dogs, have cats. Um, so my one neighbor down my one neighbor down the hall here has a Chihuahua mix dog, real sweet, real sweet. But she has a sign on her door, and it says, "Beware of guardian Chihuahua." So anyway, I noticed that every time Trump has his rallies, uh, the audience gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And I find that so funny. You think he would get the hint? Um, yeah, Linda, the cats love it here. They're a lot more at peace. They're a lot more relaxed. Occasionally, Loki would um, play with his toys. Um, he's been trying to go after the flies. Somehow the flies get in the building, and then they take a trip up in the elevator, and then they find an opportune moment to go into an apartment. Well, the flies here were here in the apartment. Somehow they made their way in. So the cats are trying to get the flies. And I think Loki killed one. I don't know about Cyrano. Anyway, back to my news. As usual, DeSantis is trying to, how would you say it, placate the Floridan people. In other words, so he could stay in power as governor. And with all the mean things he's done to them, I don't think people are not going to want him anymore. They need somebody in there with common sense. Okay, good, Linda. Common sense, knows how things work toward public service. And that should be emphasis. Public service. You work for the people of your state, especially in Florida. I mean, Florida's a beautiful state. I mean, I've been down there. I've been down in Fort Lauderdale. Beautiful state. I took a cruise down there in 2002. It was in January of 2000. Yeah, January 2002. Took a cruise. Went out to the Western Caribbean. We were almost late getting the boat because we had a very slow poke alligator walk across the road. He was like, "Oh, I'll take my time." But it was a fun trip. Yeah, I would try that, Carol. It's probably much safer. You know, they say don't leave food out for mice or anything else. But if you give them food that disagrees with them, then yeah. And another place to look, Carol, go to your state's um, agricultural department. Like agricultural research department, things like that. Like here in Washington State, we have Western Washington University, and they have an farming extension department, and they do research how to get rid of pests and molds and things like that, but doing it safely where it's not harming other domestic pets and livestock. So check with them. Um, yeah, I love the Fort Lauderdale area. I really did. So, uh, anyway, to me, Trump should be irrelevant, and he's been stating this, and they're working on this, and they're really building a very, very strong case against him. The DOJ is against he who shall not be named, and I'm sure an indictment will be coming. And look how long it took them to go after some of the moms. They gathered the evidence. And they made sure it was airtight cases on that. And Garland is very, very experienced at that. That's how he got moms, and that's how he got the Oklahoma City bomber. So those are federal cases, and when he who shall not be named committed these crimes as fraud, embezzlement, he did he violated the National Security Act. He should not be having those top secret files. They don't belong to him. And I'm glad to see that the 11th Circuit said, no, we are siding with the DOJ. No, they belong to they belong to CIA and NSA. You don't have any business of having those. And they should have double checked everything instead of that. So I think he lost. I know he lost. Well, as usual, Ukraine is still kicking Putin's butt in the war, and I find this kind of funny. Malaria is supposed to be one of Russia's partners, military partners. They gave one of their extra self-propelled howitzers to Ukraine to kick back. Because apparently the president of Belarus does not trust Putin whatsoever. You know what? Belarus should tell Putin go take a proverbial hike. And all Putin is trying to do is land grab. And that's what he's doing. He's doing old-fashioned land grabbing. And this guy needs to be, he needs to be put in his place. He really does. And a good majority of the Russian citizens and young people are leaving Russia in droves. They're getting out of there. They don't want no part of his army. They have no part of his scheme of trying to take over Ukraine and everything else. They don't believe one word he said on his addresses. They know he's lying. And how they know is they go through Starlink to get the truthful information through NPR and Radio Free America. That's how they're getting their information. And they know it's not, what Putin says is not true. And so they're hitting him where it hurts, is the manpower. And he's now lost about good 3/4 of his army in Ukraine, Russian army. It's not what like it used to be. And I wonder how long it'll be before his FSB and his inner circle will turn on him. Happens every time. That's what happens to dictators. And dictators get done in. Look at Mussolini. He got done in by his own people because they were sick and tired of him doing this to others. You know, especially Mekovic in Yugoslavia, he got done in by his own people. They go, no, we want a democratic country. No more of this communist bullcrap. Because it never worked. It never really has worked. Now, those turning to sports, the Major League Baseball postseason has been pretty wild. Seattle Mariners, yay, my team, they are now going on to the American League Division Series, and they're going up against Houston. And dealt with Houston before a number of times. They know how the Houston players think and how they move and everything else. They're pretty familiar with Houston. So I really hope that they beat Houston and go on to the. Because once they beat Houston, in the division series, then they go on to the World Series. So, fingers crossed. Go Mariners! And it was a wild comeback too on game 2 in the wild card. I didn't think the Mariners were going to make it, but they did. It was grit and determination, and they planned it just right. I don't know if anybody saw the video, but two of the Toronto Blue Jays players out in left field, when they were trying to catch a ball, they ran right into each other. They just went boom, smacked into each other. One got shook up pretty hard. I know what it's like when I played intramural baseball and getting run over. I mean, you try to avoid it, but sometimes it doesn't always work. So anyway, good luck, Mariners. As I stated before, Trump is still trying to be relevant, and he's not relevant anymore. As a matter of fact, I find this kind of, I don't know if ironic is the right word, guys. I'm trying to find the right word here. But, it's a lot of Republicans are giving up. Many of the Democratic opponents are beating them, which is good to see, really is. This Herschel Walker, he needs to drop out of the race. He is not fit to run. He's not fit to serve in that because of his. He had so many concussion injuries in football that he should just give up. He really should. He stated he's done all these things yet, and there's no really proof that he's done it. And if anybody saw it, I don't know if it's true or not, or somebody else put the Photoshop in there, I don't know. But there was a Photoshop with him with the Apollo 11 crew. He wasn't even born yet. This was back in 1969 when Apollo 11 landed on the moon. And I don't think he was born then. I think it was wishful thinking on his part. I think it really was. And if you want to go into space flight and everything else, then you should have not gone into football. You should have gone into something else. Sorry, I have a... The guys down here are mowing the lawn. Sorry about that. Trying to mow the lawn and blow the leaves off. So, anyway, but be sure I'm vote Democratic all the way down the line. Be sure to push back and say, no, this is not true. Get the facts out there and also show history. Show history of what really happened. You can't change history. You can't whitewash history. Okay? You can't do that, ever. Because it just doesn't work. But be sure to insist, persist, and push back. Okay? Get your facts out there. We just had an earthquake. I guess should. Anyway, I hope all is well. I will see you guys on Wednesday at 1 o'clock with my usual rant. And I'll show you some of the changes I'm going to be making and everything else. Oh, another thing too. My store. I am in the process of changing drop shipping apps. So, oh, I will, Dorothy. Changing drop shipping apps and to make it better, and I'm adding some stuff and adding a printable app in there too, so you can make your own designs, or I can make my designs and you could order stuff from that too. So anyway, I hope all is well. I will talk to you guys on Wednesday, and it'll be right on schedule Wednesday and Friday, and I'll see you at the Blue Dot meeting tomorrow night, and take care, okay? Love you guys. Good seeing you again. Okay.